So Jermaine, Derby Day, the noisy neighbours arrived. Farnham versus Fleet. How are you preparing for that game today?
Play the game and not the occasion. I think that was the message today. We knew it was going to be a difficult game, regardless of the fact that it was the home side. But look, it was moments, isn't it? We had a game plan. We knew we'd travel. We knew they'd travel well. Sorry. And yeah, I think the boys can take a lot of credit out today.
And of course, the way you set up at the start, it looked like it was going to be the whole team defending and perhaps trying to take advantage of slowing the ball down, beating them on the counter attack, and trying to sort of almost do a smash and grab type thing and try and find a goal that way. Was that sort of the game plan you were looking to try and do today?
Yeah, to an extent, we wanted to soak it up and slow things down, frustrate. That was the plan. We know that they've got different strings to their bow, and we didn't really want to get drawn out. We know that they want to pick you off, they want to set traps, and it worked. I feel obviously, we'd had limited possession in the first 20-25 minutes, which we was fine with. We were happy with the way the game was going. We knew we could hit them on the counter, and we had some final third entries. We had some half chances. I think Lewis in the end, just before the end of the first half. We had a couple of chances there, so you sort of want one of those to go in and then soak it up. We knew he was kicking down the second half, and it was a matter of staying in the game, and then they'd take more risks, and then obviously it'd open up. That was the idea.
So 2-0 down at half time. Was there perhaps a bit of frustration about how there'd been, a few half chances and perhaps, again, a couple of mistakes at the back that sort of led to goals taking place?
Yeah, it's hard because, I've gone in there and the boys, I think they were excellent in terms of executing the game plan. And it's two moments. But listen, they're ruthless, aren't they? They're going to be ruthless. And we knew it's moments. You almost need to be perfect defensively against Farnham. And yeah, look, the first one obviously is bounced off one of our players and the bounce has gone for them, and it's in the back of your net. And again, up to that point, I thought, we was in charge, we was in control of the game from a defensive point of view. You didn't really get played through. They looked like they run out of ideas, and you're thinking, all right, at one, coming at 1-0. The second one's a bit of a killer. The second one, obviously, I think we can clear our lines a bit better in the corner. Great delivery, and Shams has got up over Fareed. So listen, even then. Not too disappointed because it's a dangerous lead. We knew we were going to come out more and take more risks. So I said we'd score. There's no doubt about it. I said in half time, we'd score goals. The next goal was crucial, and we got that. And I think there was a momentum shift.
Yeah, and it definitely was a momentum shift. And I think also the momentum shift sort of came as well with your substitution changes, and that sort of seemed sort of a change of sort of tack of sort of going a bit more counter attack, getting a bit more pace up front, and bringing yourself on. And obviously that goal looked like to be an own goal from the competition that we were at. Was sort of very well worked for off of a set piece as well.
Yeah, and we've got that. We know that Connor's got that as well with the long throw, and we wanted to get some success and joy off of it, and I think we did. And then it was just perfect timing for us to make the double change. And there was a good 10-15 minutes where I feel that we had them on the ropes, and you probably need to score when you're on top like that. But to be fair to it, I think the big centre half, he was excellent for them. When you got someone that can weather the storm and head everything away, it helps, and we give as good as we could. We got really. I think at 2-1, I think they'd gone a bit quiet. They were getting frustrated. There was one team only looking like scoring, but you've got to score when you're on top. We had a couple of half chances, but the momentum was there. They took the sting out of it for a bit, and when you're going through it at home, you always leave yourself a little bit open on the transition. And obviously they killed the game. But honestly, that's probably one of our best performances in terms of organisation and its moments. We had some half chances. I had a half chance I think I could have done better with as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like at periods of times that Farnham were rattled and we were sort of knocking on the door. And I guess that's probably perhaps the disappointing part of today where could have walked away with a point today.
100%. Even being out there at 2-1, I thought that you feel you're going to equalise. They were rattled. We were just constant. It was waves of pressure, and that's how important it is. You're 2-0 down. You pull one back and you're in it. Had we gone in at 1, maybe things change. Or at 0-0, obviously it's hindsight now. But I always know we've got goals in us. It's just staying in games, and it's sort of been the story of our season. Just moments, and if we can be solid, then obviously we know we're scoring. Farnham are a good side. Let's make no mistake about it. They're a really good side. But yeah, like you say, at 2-1, I feel that you've got to try and score when you're on top. No, I think we were excellent to a man. I can't question. I don't think we carried anyone today. But listen, when they can bring on certain players as well and change the momentum of the game, it helps as well. So, I think the boys can be proud, and it's important we now take that into Tooting on Saturday.
Yeah, and obviously a couple of new opportunities for a couple of new players to get a go, and it'll sort of fit into the squad. And I think, like I said, the thing you perhaps wanted to see the most today was the squad working together, competing with Farnham. And obviously, of course, they're still unbeaten in the league, but definitely seem like they could lose a game of football.
100%, and why couldn't that not be us? Like, there's no shame. Farnham have taken, they're on a great run away from home. They're on a great run. They're doing well. And the thing is, the boys are a little bit disappointed in there. So it just goes to show where we're at. They've come off that thinking, hang on, we could have done this moment. And I said, you've got to take it now. You can't affect it now. You've got to take that. But honestly, so proud of the boys because, they're a good side. They're a good side, and we matched them. And probably a little bit disappointed we didn't get something out of the game at 2-1. But listen, they're ruthless. I think their third goal just goes to show the quality they got. It's a moment again. That's probably the difference today. They're probably a bit more ruthless in both boxes. And where they weathered the storm at 2-1, fair play to them because as much as we were knocking on that door, they found a way. I think their centre halves were really good today as well.
Was your late opportunity a penalty opportunity there as well, do you think?
I felt contact and I spoke to Josh and, I've caught him blind side. So, he got away with one. I don't think I should have been in a position to be calling the penalty. I got a score. I got good contact on it. That probably brings it 3-2 and it's squeaky bum time, right? So, I put that pressure on myself and I probably should score. But look, we didn't. And like I said, there's so many positives to take from that. We didn't disgrace ourselves and we've got to kick on now. This means nothing if we don't go and use that and take that performance and go and kick on. But I'm really proud of the boys, yeah.
And how is the dressing room feeling after the game today?
I'll give them a minute as before I go in, and the talk from what I could hear, they're galvanised. They're frustrated. They're frustrated. They're a little bit frustrated with the way that we conceded goals, and it speaks volumes. There might have been a little bit of fear initially, and I think as soon as they got out there, they realised, it's not quite how well Farnham are doing and turning teams over, and we've come here and more than matched them. You speak to their management team, I think at the end, the assistant, and we give a good go. And I think anyone that was watching that, both sides, you can see, especially second half, that it was a tight game. And that next goal, the third goal knocked the wind out ourselves. But you're always susceptible to that. But yeah, like I said, really, really positive in that dressing room.
Player of the match?
I think Rayon was different gear. I've tasked him with a lot. I think towards the end he was going down with cramp, but I think even when Charlie come on Postons and he marshalled him well. I've asked him to play right centre half of a back five. He didn't get beat. He made good decisions. He clipped it in when he needed to, and I think he's really, really developed. Worked really hard with him, and I think it was a real man's performance from him today. He won his headers. Like I said, we didn't really get opened up. The whole game, we didn't get opened up, and it's just frustrating. But yeah, no, I'd say Rayon.
And then finally, Mustard Sea Stadium, over 400 fans coming to Step 5 game. So really, really positive signs for the league, positive for Fleet, and message finally for the fans for today.
Honestly, it just goes to show when it matters, and when the boys look around and see that, it's such a pull. And I think, behind the scenes, with the chair and the staff, we work so hard, and I know how hard she works as well, in terms of getting us ready in the hospitality side of things, and for us to have that many supporters, we're buzzing. We need them. We're going to need them through the season like we did last season. And come down, come and support us. Come and support. Come and have a drink in the bar after, and come and support your local club. And I think we're doing some good things. I'd like to think that they see what we're trying to do here, and we want to kick on. We always want to improve. So come and have a drink, come and have a chat, and keep supporting us. And that's a great return to see that many come in.
Jermaine, thank you very much for your time. See you again soon.
Man, cheers.